Hut 42! Hut 42! Hut! Hey guys, I got some cauliflower here. We're ready to make some cauliflower wings. Stay tuned. So tonight we are making a wing glaze. It is a honey, soy, ginger, and tangerine balsamic glaze. The only products you will need from our store is first the garlic infused olive oil. It's still the number one. You will also need our sesame oil that we carry in store straight from Japan, as well as our tangerine infused dark balsamic vinegar. The tangerine balsamic, it's a bit of an underdog, but we love also using that one in our stir fries. It just gives a little extra citrus punch in those dishes. But let's get to making our glaze. So for the tangerine balsamic, you will need half a cup. Next, you'll need 2 tablespoons of our garlic infused olive oil. For the sesame oil, you will only need a teaspoon of this. You'll also need a 1/4 cup of honey. You'll also need soy sauce for this recipe. You will need half a tablespoon of soy sauce. Now in this original recipe that we're going off of, it does call for a tablespoon of our Bakludi green chili olive oil. We're not going to go that spicy tonight. We're just adding a pinch of chili flakes to this. And also it does call for 4 slices of ginger, but we don't have any fresh ginger, so we're just going to throw in a teaspoon of ground ginger. Maybe a little less than a teaspoon. And then just whisk away. Alright, so our sauce is nice and mixed up. Now it's on to cutting up our cauliflower into wings. Alright, so when it comes to judging the size of the wings you want to make your cauliflower in, you just kind of want to come from the bottom. And when you start to see the base of some of these pieces, you just want to get in there with your knife. You can kind of break the pieces off. And that way you can see more of the inside and you can see where the base of each stalk comes to. You want to keep that so that it all stays together for each wing. So this is going to take me a little bit. We'll fast forward. So when you see pieces like this, you got a lot of small pieces coming in here. You can just cut them in a decent size. You don't want them too small. That's the perfect size for a cauliflower wing. That's kind of your baseline there. And we'll see you in a bit. For this, you're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 400 degrees, get a baking sheet out and get some parchment paper on there. We are going to dredge these up next. So this is the bit where it's a little bit of a process, but you can always grab some family members and get them to give you a hand. Basically what you wanna do is you wanna take your floret like this, grab some flour, roll it around, make sure it gets nice and covered. Try to get in all the cracks and crevices if you can. Once you have this, you want to add it to the milk that has a teaspoon of salt and also some cracked pepper. You can do that to taste if you want to. And basically just baste it. Make sure it gets nice and coated. Shake off the excess. And then you want to throw it in some panko breadcrumbs. This is Something that you can also do with gluten-free products of either the breadcrumbs and the flour. Once you have it nice and coated, just get some more on there. Again, just shake off the excess. See, we got some nice coverage there with that. So then you just place on your pan and repeat. So overall, we ended up with about 2 pans worth of our cauliflower wings. We are going to be putting these in our oven for 30 minutes. We're going to switch them on the racks halfway through so that they all get a nice even cook. We did 2 pans because we didn't want them to be too crowded. What are we cooking on? So. Now this is where the recipe on the website differs from what we're doing now. Just to make this a bit more sticky so it really gets on our cauliflower rings nicely, we are just going to bring this up to a boil and then turn the heat down, and we'll be adding a cornstarch slurry to this just to get it nice and thick, and it'll stick really nice to those wings. So we're just going to add our slurry to that. Give it a nice whisk. Get some nice color from this sauce. You can see it's starting to thicken up now. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, the smell is amazing. So when it's nice and thick like this, you just want to take it off heat and just let it cool down a little bit. Hello. So, timer went off, we're halfway through. Ooh, facial. And we're just going to turn these over so that they all get a nice even cook as well. See, there's a little bit of brown coming already with our breadcrumbs. Just turn them over as best you can without breaking them. We got a nice crispy sound to them. So once you turn all these over, just pop them back in for 15 minutes. Timer has gone off. These should be done. Yeah, we got some nice color on these. Ooh. Look like they can be pierced easily with a fork. Yep, looks good. So next is basically taking our sauce and getting these nice and saucy. Alright, so because these are quite delicate, all we're going to do is just take a spoonful of our sauce. Just get each one nice and covered as much as possible. If your sauce is a little more runny, you can always use a basting brush too. That's what you want it to look like. Look at that glisten. Alright, and then just repeat for each one. I am so ready to eat these. I am starving. Let's go for this guy. Looks good. That tangerine really comes through. Actually almost tastes like candy a little bit, but a good kind of candy. As you can see, we also put a little stir fry on the side. You can do whatever kind of side you want with these, or just eat a whole plate of them. By all means, it's up to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make. We'll see you guys next time. It's on picture or video? Okay. You will need soy sauce as well, so you need 2 tablespoons. Nope. For this, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees, get a baking sheet out and get some parchment paper. We actually have a reusable lining in there, and do that again. Well, do that again anyway.